Hiya's and higher healing vibrations. Cosmic Cat here. Thank you for being present. Welcome to my channel. All right, this is a very special reading for Affirmations for the Inner Child, August 15th. Okay, all right, let's see what the book has for us about August 15th, and it is help. Help. How good are you are asking for help? Wow, this is a good one already. I can tell. I can ask for help to parent my inner child. Sometimes the task of nurturing my inner child makes me feel like a single parent, overwhelmed by the enormity of it all. My inner child needs so much love, so much help, so much encouragement. I wonder if I'm really equipped to give him all he deserves. Sometimes I feel like giving up. I want to throw up my hands and cry. I just can't do it. I want to scream and rage at him to leave me alone. I need help. In recovery, I am learning to ask for help with parenting my inner child. I can ask for support from friends, counselors, my wise inner self. I am not alone. Others have gone through this before me, and others are in the midst of it now. I do not have to berate myself for feeling tired. This is hard work. Today I will ask for help and accept it with gratitude. Asking for help when it is time to receive help. And knowing when it's time to ask for help and when you can really just muddle your way through something. So there's this need to have an awareness within yourself. Gaining that awareness within yourself of knowing when it is time for you to ask for someone to step in and when you can just wait it out. Because sometimes the answer is actually just being patient. Sometimes that is the answer is to be patient. At the same time, I mean, help, it is nice to have help. And it does take a village, they say. Twos have been extremely what's the right word? Twos have an extreme influence on the readings today. So today is all about twos in every reading that I've done so far. The birthday reading was about twin flames, twos, duality, polarity, twin flame, reflection, seeing yourself in others, and what do you see coming back to you? Twos, we had two angel number cards fall out, two angel cards. Actually, one angel card came out, and it was Buddha. But two angel numbers and two animal spirit cards came out today. Yeah. And then this little guy, when after I was finished and done, this one was like, hey, you forgot about me. So I feel like this is an overall for all of the readings today. This is one of the, have you seen 1212? Maybe on the clock a lot lately. Perhaps you were born on 1212. Maybe December is important to you, or the number 12 is very significant. 12 is also a sacred number. It also, when you simplify it, it is a number 3, which is Holy Trinity. Also the first number to create a shape. Sacred geometry comes into play, and the rabbit hole we go. Okay, so persistence. You are being asked to shift yourself and be persistent. To the energy I'm feeling from spirit is that you actually are an alchemist, and you have the ability to work with your inner child by doing things like meditating, yoga, listening to your inner child and doing what your inner child asks. See, some of this struggle and what the author is speaking about is that you know, it's doubt. It's doubting that you can give your inner child what your inner child is wishing for. And so from the energy I'm feeling here and from this perspective I am feeling is that this is a challenge. This is a challenge for you. Like, your inner child could be asking something of you that seems so out there, impossible to reach. And the very first step for you is to simply just sit with it, to be still with this information, to be still with this request from your inner child. I mean, sure, it's one thing for your inner child to be asking you to make $1 million this year, okay? Versus go kill someone. I mean, those are two completely opposite requests from your inner child. First of all, we got to make sure that this is really the inner child. This isn't your mind at play. This isn't your ego and fear trying to rule your life. So you must always make sure that you have the discernment enough and enough support and wisdom to know if it's really coming directly from your inner child, okay? So make sure you know this step first, that if it's your inner child requesting you to do something that you feel incapable of doing, or is this your ego trying to keep you in fear and keep you in a karmic cycle that is no longer serving any purpose for you? So first establish that. But there is essentially, I mean, connecting to your inner child is your compass. And in some ways is also your higher self. You know, they are all blended together. Your higher heart, higher self with your heart and your solar plexus, they're all right there in your central part of your body. Like, it's the in-between. Yeah. So anyway, be persistent, enthusiasm, gratitude, contentment, having contentment, new experiences. You know, that maybe your inner child's throwing something at you that, again, is like way out there for you. Maybe something you never even heard of like, okay, you're going to go do this, and you're like, I don't even know how to pronounce that. So seeking help is good when you have tried yourself first, is what Spirit basically wants you to do. Not just immediately, oh my gosh, run to someone else for help on something that you really didn't even sit with first. Have an open mind about. So this is even suggesting a lovely partnership or an epic romance is also in the cards. So this one shift may be the shift that your inner child is so eagerly wanting you to take so that you can break that karmic cycle, so that you can move into this more enthusiastic, gratitude type space. Yeah, let's pull some cards. Let's see, Spirit, what else do you have for us on help, asking for help? I just want to make it very clear that it's asking for help is okay and necessary. Again, it takes a village, and in one time or another, you're going to need someone else's help to help you with something. At the same time, the message that Spirit is saying over and over again is that make sure you are putting forth an effort first with your inner child by meditating, doing some breath work, writing in your journal about what your inner child is requesting. Make sure that you have tried all these, tried some paths first and steps. And maybe you just, now there could be just you have an instant knowing of like, okay, I just instantly know. or I was down, Spirit told me, go seek help from this person, or Spirit told me they're going to bring someone to me. And that could definitely be what is required, because sometimes you do need a journey, an inner child journey. It could be a shamanic journey. It could just be an inner child journey, period. I mean, we don't have to label and name everything in a term or in a way that it has to fit into a specific box or compartment or circle. Okay? There's something important right now in this time and space that we are living in to not place labels onto things. Okay, let's see. We have protection of sacred places. Respect and protect the sacred spaces in your life, whether these are physical places, relationships, or your inner sanctum. Honor their sanctity. Uphold the values and rituals that keep these spaces sacred and safe. All right, thank you, Spirit, for shining this light here, because this is another reason why you first want to work with your energy. Unless you are specifically guided and you know the source and you definitely can feel in your intuition that this is what you're meant to do, you're asked to really keep your space sacred and your in your relationship with your inner child safe as well. Because when you open your door up to allow others in, especially into your soul, your inner child space, you're really opening up a lot of doors there, and you may have some energy leakage that isn't going to really benefit you. Okay? And to know, have a little bit more of a background on who you are working with your inner child energy, to help you move into this helpful state of being. Look at this. Huh. Another two of roses. So we have a lot of emotions going on about this. A whole lot of emotions. But polarity and duality all day long. Okay, Spirit. Okay. Emotions. Protecting your sacred space. And maybe this is what your inner child asked. What did your inner child ask of you that you're struggling with saying yes to, or even accepting, or, actively listening and taking it in to see if there's any way that you can manifest it, or why you don't want to, because you have a blockage there for some reason. Let's see what this is. I can ask for help to parent my inner child. Yeah, you can definitely ask for help to parent your inner child, for sure. How good are you at asking for help, period? I know this is inner child reading, and we are always, the energy for the inner child is always present in this space, sacred space. But I'm getting the feeling that this help topic isn't necessarily about you parenting your inner child, but it's about gaining a connection to your inner child. Help you gain connection to your inner child, and an inner child journey with a coach who is licensed or who is experienced. Personally, the certifications and licensing isn't near as important to me as it is how long have you been doing it. If a friend refers me versus just randomly trying to pick someone, I prefer to go through a friend, an outlet, someone that actually knows someone that can help me with that, or call them up on myself with the law of attraction. Bring this person into my life, this coach, so that I can gain a connection with my inner child. Yes, this is something that you can do yourself. However, it could take a lengthier amount of time than if you connect with someone who has experience in the field and can help you actually just open that door up to where there is a relationship beginning with your inner child and yourself. Yeah. Yeah. So it's nice to recognize when you do need help and versus when you don't. But also parenting your inner child eventually will be something the coach for you that's going to help you with this blockage that you have going on is a coach that's going to teach you how you can use your power within to work with your inner child. I mean, this is if you are struggling to parent your inner child, then this also is probably something that you've struggled with in every relationship you've ever had. And it's not necessarily about parenting others, but it is about how you see others and how you hold a relationship with them. I mean, parenting an inner child is essentially, uh, and I'm not sure. When I think of parenting, I'm feeling this control. I'm feeling controlling the child, and this could be from my own wounds, or this could be because, in a sense, parents are in control of us. They have to be for a very long time because we can't even feed ourselves. We can't clean ourselves. We can't walk, talk, nothing. And so for a long time, and even then when we can walk and talk, we still, our brains aren't fully developed to understand or know at an adult level what the heck's going on. you know, we may be wearing the color red, but we have no idea how to say color or even know what red is. Um, so to a degree, the parent is like you're the teacher to your inner child, but yet your inner child is also a teacher to you. So being able to meet your inner child on the same level and being able to openly communicate with your inner child honestly about what you can accomplish and what you are willing to work toward and what you're willing not to work toward. It's almost like setting a healthy boundary with your inner child. If your inner child is upsetting you, um, I've, I'm feeling there is a deeper root there, that if your inner child is upsetting you, this, I'm feeling, honestly, I'm feeling the birthday reading, the twin flame, the reflection. It's a reflection of you. It's a reflection of what you really want. Because in essence, the inner child is you. It is yourself at a child stage. And it's at a child stage of when you learned all of the ways to live your life. This typically happens before you're 9 years old. You know, by the time you're 8. And 8 is about balance. And 8 is about infinity. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, externally seeking help from others when trying to work on building your inner compass up, your inner knowing, your inner child, and you having a positive relationship together. I mean, in a way, it feels like this is your inner child uh, doing something to you that you've done to them their whole entire time of being on the planet. Does that make sense? So this is one where I can't, and maybe I am not at a point of understanding this. However, like I understand, like I understand wanting to get support from others to reach the inner child. And perhaps maybe again, because my inner child isn't really, um, I'm not feeling this from my inner child. And I haven't felt this way from my inner child. And it feels to me like it is a rebellious energy. But yet maybe I don't understand how or why one would say no to their inner child. Because I have found by getting in tune with my inner child and speaking with my inner child and growing and deepening the connection with my inner child, I feel that by listening to my inner child, I'm living a healthier life. Does my inner child want me to do things that are challenging? Of course. Of course. The shadow side, the deep darkness, dark fears that we all carry, that I carry within me, that's where they are. And so I'm not stating don't seek help. I'm just making sure, and Spirit also was wanting you to make sure that you do put an effort forth first before seeking external help. Because eventually you will move beyond needing external help for communication with your inner child. There will come a point where you are well balanced with your inner child, comfortable enough with your inner child, and communicating enough daily on a basis that you're going to be able to communicate to your inner child when you can do something, when it'll happen, or how it will happen, or if it will not happen, and just be okay with that. You can allow yourself to get upset. You can go through emotions. Honor yourself if you go through those emotions. They're normal, they're natural. Just like love is an energy that can be transformed, so is fear. And those are the only two ways we live. We either live in love or we live in fear. So this whole I want to scream and rage and tell my inner child to leave me alone. It's good that at this point she knows she needs help, because separating from your inner child only creates more of the same that you've dealt with your entire life. And I mean, this is a 2. We have the 2. So we totally are already, Spirit saying 2. There are 2. And you have within you a masculine side and a feminine side. And this is you coming into union. You will not come into union with your inner child until you remove blockages. And again, this doesn't mean that you have to give your inner child everything or anything your inner child wants. However, you do want, if you want a healthy relationship with your inner child, then you do want to at least acknowledge what the inner child is speaking and why, and understand the basis, and also ask questions and let your inner child know where you stand with it. And that's it, because you are ultimately in control of your soul, your life, of your life, of your body. Now, if you're having a Kundalini awakening, you're definitely not in control, probably not feeling in control, but you still have that choice. You still have choices. I mean, free will is still, I mean, we still have a choice every day to wake up or to stay in bed. A choice every day to eat something or not, drink something or not, decide how we're going to spend our day or not. And we choose to either let someone else decide our day for us, or we choose how we spend our day. Control is very interesting, and all of this is coming about as I have been looking into the definition of power. And power is actually the ability to control or influence. And so being able to control yourself, your emotions, your desires, your needs, your feelings, your inner compass, inner child. Sure, it's definitely important. Are you going through a Kundalini awakening at this time? Someone's experienced this from the water. And it's bringing about a very positive opportunity for healing some wounds, healing some old deep-seated wounds. And if you were immediately defensive with your inner child, then this is a trigger stating that it is a deep wound that you may not want to go to right now. So just honor yourself and let your inner child know, like, hey, I'm not ready. But if your inner child is saying you are ready, then maybe trying whatever this is for you. First and foremost, journaling, writing out what is going on with the conflict between you and your inner child. Knowing also to get help is okay. Make sure you trust the source. Ask questions. This is your soul, your life purpose, your life path, your present moment and every day forward that is going to be affected. So make it sacred and protect your sacred places. And the Nine of Cups is going to really proves that you're going to make it through. You will shift, and then all of the accomplishments that come thereafter, everything will all fall to pieces, all fall into place then. It may fall into pieces first, but it's all going to fall into place as well, because this is a card about accomplishments, goals that you set out and accomplished. And it's not to boast, to brag, to be arrogant. This is actually to help boost your inner child's confidence, self-worth, self-value, to let your inner child know how many things they've accomplished in their life, what they were a part of. So maybe changing the viewpoint of being pessimistic to being optimistic. Understanding a coin has two sides. They are ultimately the same coin, but tails is completely opposite of heads. Yeah? Same with men and women, male and female. Both human, but very different qualities and traits about them. So this is something for you to remember and keep in mind. Know that if you are seeking help on how to communicate with your inner child, just make sure you check the sources out and know that you can trust them, and go in there and protect your place in your spaces, and also carry some rocks or crystals or stones with you of high protection energy. A quartz crystal, an amethyst is coming to mind, even possibly labradorite. Your inner child stone is going to be a yellow one typically, but also there's some other ones like tiger's eye is also for the inner child there. But just building up your confidence. and simply communicating to your inner child. Yeah. That's the message I have for you today. I do hope it resonates. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Check out some of the other videos today. They all were meant to go together. Um, yeah, the twos, the duality, the polarity. And if that's something that you're struggling with or working through at this time, I encourage you to check out those other readings too. Have a cosmic day and tonight, meow.